Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that this is a good day. This is a fantastic day. I just got done playing the first day of Delta Force's last technical test before the release of the game on December 5th, and the thumbnail is not clickbait. They listened, once again, to their community. If you have been a naysayer of Delta Force for really any reason, I urge you when the game comes out, try the game. Because these developers time and time again surprise me with the coherence they're displaying. They're making the right changes, and not all of the changes are simple. So let's get into the video, and I will explain the things that I noticed that are different with the technical test compared to previous versions of the game. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and of course subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed but watch all the content, just check if you're subbed. It only takes one click. Thank you guys so much for that. So, why am I so excited in this video, or really just so impressed? Well, it's something called listening and then acting upon the things you heard, right? Very simple topic that is all too rare in today's gaming scene. Delta Force heard that people were complaining about the movement. So what did they do? They improved the fluidity of the movement. Vaulting is significantly better. They address the actions per minute you can perform in the game, which means you can cast a smoke drone while changing stances. You can throw smoke grenades while changing stances. You can do multiple actions at the same time. That was not possible before. They even noticed the tiny details that only coherent developers would notice that were hindering the game's movement. One of these smaller details is whenever you pulled out an ability, there was about a second delay before you could actually use it. Guess what they did? They reduced the delay. Now the game feels better. Isn't that weird, guys? How if the devs understand what's going on, they can push flat upgrade changes to the game that just makes the game better overall. And when I mean flat upgrade, I legitimately seriously mean that. This version of Delta Force is simply a 25% better version of the already impressive Delta Force that I played before. Oh, what's that? The player base is complaining that they can't revive people while they're prone? Guess what they did, guys? You can revive people while you're prone. Oh, the player base is complaining that they can't use a smoke drone while they're prone or while changing stances? Guess what they did? You can use a smoke drone while prone and while changing stances now. I believe there's a saying like, there's beauty in simplicity, and that's what it is. It's just simple, straightforward, great changes. That's what matters. Here are some more examples of things that the players asked for that the developers delivered on. People were complaining that they could not customize their weapons in-game. I will admit their solution to this does not 100% meet the players' needs or requirements, but it is a great change nevertheless. In previous versions of Delta Force, you were not able to customize or switch between different versions of the same gun at all. Now, in this version, you can have up to 6 pre-saved loadouts for a single weapon that you can actively switch between in-game. And I'll comment on this now before people get too far into the video. People are probably going to ask, Enders, I thought they removed AI. Why are you playing against AI in the background gameplay? That is because the matchmaking was bugged when the technical test started, and we basically couldn't get into a game with real players. So I was unfortunately forced to play the AI mode. But don't worry, AI are still removed from the game mode that only features players. Let's talk about some of the new maps. I have a full gameplay, or at least partial gameplay, of one of the new maps in the background. The new maps are very interesting to me. I do think they are absolutely better than a lot of the maps we've played in previous Battlefield games, or at least recent Battlefield games. I think they're better than some of the maps we played in the previous playtests, such as that mountain map. I think it's called Ascension. But unfortunately, because I didn't get to play these maps against real players, at least this time around, I can't 100% comment on how the maps play and how I interact with the game environment. All I can say is, upon initial inspection, the maps do seem pretty good. I can see there being some areas that are pretty annoying with like chokes and height and verticality and all that sort of thing, but it's not nearly as bad as maps like Stadium from Battlefield 2042 or Kaleidoscope. In terms of brand new things that I noticed they added to the game, they added new weapons to the game. They added the M250 heavy machine gun, which is a 3-shot kill heavy machine gun out to 35 meters. It is a slow-firing, heavy hitter, and that is a favorite weapon archetype for many, many players, I'm sure. They also added a new assault rifle and the MP7 SMG. And another really cool thing, for people confused about attachment setups on weapons, they have implemented a system where the developers themselves made a developer-suggested loadout for the weapon you want to learn about. I mean, they are just doing everything right. Everything. In fact, Delta Force right now, even before the game releases, only has about 5 or 6 key things that I could even identify as critiques. Obviously, people aren't going to like the fact there are operators in the game, but listen, to be honest, get over it. Get over it. It's still going to be a really decent game on release, and if you allow operators to ruin it for you, I just can't relate, man. Everything is trash right now, and Delta Force is that one light that I see, at least, personally, in the community. Some more obvious ones are the fact that the vehicle design is pretty bad, definitely worse than Battlefield. I don't really think that's ever going to change. Maybe at some point they will do some massive update that completely overhauls the vehicles, but as of right now, you could easily concede the vehicle war to Battlefield. They are going to always win that war with the people designing vehicles at DICE and EA. But other than that, man, you really have to scrounge for things to criticize this game on. The game has unbelievable developer teams that have fantastic communication. They personally invited me to speak to people that work on Delta Force in a Discord so I can filter your guys' feedback and my feedback to a team of developers that talk only to me. Is that not incredible? I was streaming this game earlier today, and I was telling the dev mid-stream what I thought about the changes, and I also passed on some feedback in real time. No, if you're wondering, I did not sign anything. No, I did not ask them to do this. No, they are not paying me. They are not sponsoring me. They reached out to me specifically to interact with me because they value their community's feedback. Isn't that a crazy concept, guys? 6.5 years of playing Battlefield, I have generated tens of millions of live views for Battlefield games, not even counting YouTube views, and they haven't even so much as responded to me on Twitter. In fact, the only thing Battlefield has ever done for me is they falsely suspended my in-game account for harassment because I produced a YouTube video that hurt someone's feelings at DICE. Meanwhile, Delta Force isn't even out yet, and these guys are watching my YouTube videos, randomly commenting on videos that aren't even relating to Delta Force, actively interacting with me on Twitter, actively interacting with not only me, but so many other creators and normal people everywhere. They're so much more down to earth, and they legitimately seem to want to understand what the problems of the game are and fix them for the people that want to play the game. I can confidently say that I am excited for you guys to get your hands on this new version of Delta Force, whether it be on release or during the technical test, and I want you guys to feel these changes. The changes I listed might have seemed small, but you'd be amazed at the difference it makes to the gameplay. And the mere fact that Delta Force's developers understood that should tell you guys all you need to know. Let me remind you that Battlefield 2042's developers didn't know Battlefield 2042's recoil system was bugged since the beta of the game, and it took myself and Baronox to inform them of this a year and a half later for them to actually push a fix. They literally didn't know. Battlefield players, you and I, a lot of you guys watching the videos right now, we're so used to just being abused and forgotten and just utterly shunned by the people designing Battlefield that we don't even know how to react when we see a competent developer team genuinely trying to make their game a better game for everyone. It's like, we don't even know what to do. It's like, oh my God, wait a minute, this can happen? So that's all I really wanted to convey in this video, guys. I understand Delta Force. I'm not saying the game is going to be like the greatest game of all time ever. All I want you guys to understand is they are listening to you, okay? They are listening. They are. They've proven it multiple times, and it's impressive. And I think that commands attention, especially in today's FPS market. If you're writing this game off It's free, by the way. Give it a try when it releases. By the way, not sponsored. If you guys have followed my channel for a very long time, I have never told you guys to play a game. Almost never. Literally almost never. Search my 1,000 video catalog. Maybe there's like 5 videos of me telling you to try a game. That's how bad it's been in recent years. And make no mistake, I'm just going to address this in the video. Me having the wonderful opportunity to give feedback to Delta Force directly, that will never, ever, ever impact this channel's honesty. Okay? So you guys can rest easy there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm very happy with the changes I've seen in Delta Force today, and I'm interested to see what you guys think about them and the game when it comes out. And subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that sort of thing. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.